Hey everyone, welcome back. This is the Metaverse update number 16, and today I just want to talk about a really cool announcement from the Ramen VR team. They're the creators of Zenith MMO, which is a really cool JRPG-inspired massive multiplayer online in virtual reality, available for Oculus Quest, PlayStation VR, and I believe Steam VR as well. They have just announced that the Beta 1 for Zenith MMO is going to launch on December 18th. They dropped a trailer for it. I'm really excited for that. I played in the alphas, which were really, really fun. And from what I've seen already on the trailer, it looks like it's going to be even more fun. I've created a few videos in the past. I'll include links to those below in the description. Feel free to check those out to see the difference between what this trailer is showing and what the gameplay was in the earlier ones. There's a lot of stuff that looks like it's improved greatly. And having seen this trailer, I am really confident that this game is going to be a huge hit. I could see it becoming as big as, any other MMO, maybe even World of Warcraft in its prime one day. But yeah, so take a look here, check out the trailer, and I may pause it parts. Actually, I won't pause it parts. After it's just a minute-long trailer. Then after that, I'll talk about what looks better. I can show you some stuff like that. So check it out.
Unbreakable, unstoppable, I'm pushed to the edge and take it all. I'm born to be untamable, go right to the edge and never fall. I'm taking it higher, unshakable, unstoppable, I'm pushed to the edge and take it all. Take it all.
Good stuff. Let's talk a little bit about that. First thing that struck me was that the levels and the environments are looking a lot more polished. They are looking more detailed, and the overall feel of what I've seen looks just to be of a much higher quality than it was in the alpha, as you'd expect, and it seems like they really delivered. Sometimes a game will kind of drag their feet between alphas and betas, but it looks like they've been doing tons of work. Some things that stood out to me, their city. This is Zenith over here. It looks much more complex, and it also looks like they've built upward. So there was really only one main level that, level vertically, that you could kind of interact with within the city limits. It looks like they may have added another level to that, or maybe a couple additional levels. So it's really becoming a larger city. I mean, there were some glitches and stuff that let you get up to really high spots. Like I climbed to the top of these buildings and stuff till I fell through the map and stuff. But for the most part, it was just one main area. Looks like they're really expanding on that. So I'm going for that. It's strikingly more detailed, as I mentioned. Some other things I notice is that there seem to be completely new places, unless these are extensions of pre-existing areas in the game. If you take a look here, I'm not entirely sure what this is, but this seems like it might be one of those cool races where you hover and you have to go from checkpoint to checkpoint as either quests, like little mini quests and stuff like that. It was a really fun experience for flying. The flying mechanic in Zenith MMO is actually really, really cool. So that looks good. Another thing that really stood out to me was the combat. In the alphas, the hitbox or whatever mechanism they're using for deciding when contact has been made with an enemy weapon or an enemy, it seemed really large in the alpha, so that you could an enemy could swing at you, and you could be quite a distance away, and it would still hit you. It really looks like the combat has become more polished than before. It looks like there are some new spells. The sound effects are actually really awesome, I think, compared to what they were. The gun, I think, has a cooler sound effect. Some things in the earlier alpha that I will be excited to see how they handle is large user participation. I know that during a big in-game event that they had nearing the end of the alpha, like a really cool large-scale boss battle where, you know, you had hordes of real players fighting against a number of, you know, NPC villains, monsters. And the server crashed during that. And it kind of, it made the crescendo not as powerful as it would have been otherwise. I respect the fact they did it and that they're pushing the limits to try and make it as good as possible for users. But that's something I noticed, so I'll be excited to see how server load is handled and whether or not crashes are experienced. Another thing I'll be excited to see is what they've done for glitches, like ability to leave the map and stuff, whether they allow for that. One thing that was really cool in the alpha, really well received, a lot of people liked it, was the cooking experience. You could, you know, find recipes and cook things like, you can make like orange cream drinks and cool stuff like that. So it'd be really cool to see if they expand on that mechanic. One thing that I imagine they've already taken care of in a number of ways because it was abused earlier on in the game is the ability to like redo certain missions to kind of grind experience in a bit of an OP way. There was a bug that allowed people to redo a mission, you know, just get tons of experience in a row. They patched that during the alpha, so I wonder if there'll be any cool little things like that. And then finally, I wonder if they've added any new mechanics. You know, I mentioned that there might be new spells that would be cool to see. Any new techniques, things like that. Or really just new VR mechanics. Because I think that is an area in VR right now that we've only scratched the surface. Like the different types of things that can be done and the different novelties that you can find in the way that users interact with VR. So like I said, 12/18 it starts, December 18th that is. I will be covering some content related to it. I will do a playthrough, let you all know my first reaction to that. And, you know, and I think it's going to be a good time. So I look forward to that. I hope you all join me once I do release that content. If you enjoyed this content and want more like it, give me a like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I will be back next week with the Metaverse update number 17. Other than that, talk to you guys later. Bye.